who owns maybe the standard that you create while working for an end customer? How does that maybe like dynamic work, and how do you see it evolving in the years to come?
It's a good question. So there's always been lockable add-on instructions and function blocks. So if integrator OEM wants to block that code out, you can absolutely do that. It was arguable in step 7 that you could crack it pretty easy, but now with TIA portal, it's locked down for good. Um, to the demise, don't lose the password. We've dealt with that in the past, having to recreate stuff for people who can't because the guy quit and they didn't have a password. Um, so, for us, I mean, I don't know many. There's been little opportunities where someone come to me and said, "Hey, Bobby, I'm doing a really cool thing, but we can't afford you. So therefore, I want you to own a piece of this. So therefore, you're going to own the IP." We look at it as if you pay us for our time to develop that program for you, regardless of what function blocks we use or what have you, you own it. You own it. It's your code. So if somebody comes behind us a year from now, it's your software to give to the other customer. Um, if you go through one of my training classes, I teach best practices in the intro class. Because intro class, you're teaching people how to use software, right? You're not teaching them how to be a programmer or a PLC programmer. You're teaching best practices, organization, and how to use software, how to get around. With that being said, I have a way at which I like to do grouping now with TIA Portal, all the grouping folder structures and ways you can create PLC data types. We have a way which we have a base. If it comes out of Think PLC, you're going to open up a project and you're going to see a grouping of folders. It's always there, whether it be, main system, alarming, or, you're going to know to get to an alarm, you go to that group. It's always going to be the same and it's been adopted. It gets talked about. We have lunch and learns internally, and we just work together. We have a base program, by the way. We have a template, and you just change the CPU, and it's
Hmm.
got all the blocks to handle alarming and all these other things. That, by the way, arguably, hopefully, in the very near future, will be handled for you, and you don't have to write as much code around. Nonetheless, so that's how we do it. If somebody takes that and does it themselves, then I'm just flattered.